welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing something a little bit different. I did this many and I did not record it last time I did it just because it was a guessing game. I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out, and I was kind of intimidated because I was doing it on my non-dominant, I was doing it on my dominant hand with my non-dominant hand, but it ended up being a real hit. So I wanted to show you guys how I did it and how easy it was so that hopefully y'all can do it too. So now I'm going to show you some of the things that I used to create it. The only thing I did was went ahead and put my gel polish on because, I don't know, I'm a perfectionist when it comes to gel polish. My cuticles look terribly dry, but I cannot do gel polish on camera right now just because I just can't. I haven't figured it out. The decals that we're going to be using are Coco Decals, Step into the Galaxy. It says 2 because it's a Bittles sheet, which only comes with 6 decals. And today we are going to be using the purple ones that came in it. You're going to need 4 decals for this design. I use a stamper to apply my decals. I use scissors to cut them out. Any fine nosed scissors will work. Tweezers to help me with my decal and to help me with my sticker placement. I also haven't decided if I'm going to use the squiggles or the straight lines. The perfectionist in me always wants to use the straight lines, but I might switch it up and use the squiggles. Both of these are stickers, which makes lines and outlining your stuff that you do a little bit easier than drawing them on and trying to chrome them, even though that's cool. But I mean, have you ever scrolled through online or Pinterest or something and seen a design, you're like, there's no way that I can do that? That is what I did. I will throw up my design and the design that I saw for inspo over here so you guys can kind of see what I was looking at, and I was just like stuck on how I was going to do it. I didn't want to use alcohol inks or gels or anything, and I was like, wait a second, I have some new decals to use. So I'm going to show y'all how I did it, and I may even throw a video at the end on this hand. I'm undecided yet, so stay tuned and see what I do. If that is something that you guys want to watch, something that you're interested in, go ahead and stick around and we're going to get right into it. Alright guys, so here are the water slides that I'm going to use. I decided to pick the darker ones to go on the full nail just because I thought that might look just a little bit better. In hindsight, I probably should have flipped it and put the lighter ones on there, but it turns out okay, guys. Now I'm just trying to figure out which ones, which way, on which finger. So with these, I'm going to show you how I trim them down. So I'll take my scissors and I'll get a little bit off the free edge, but I'll kind of cut it as close to the sidewalls and the free edge as I can, just to kind of make the decal fit a little bit better initially versus having to try to figure out how to get all of that excess decal off. And I know you can melt them off, you can file them off, but it just helps when you get most of the decal already like kind of pre-sized to your nail. Now I have shorter nails, so that's why I've been cutting them. When I have my nails longer, I did not worry about cutting them. So now I'm just taking the excess that I cut off, and I'm going to be making like a little strip to kind of match the picture like I showed you in the beginning, and we're going to put that on the ring finger. And I noticed that that's a little bit too thick, so I'm just going to trim it down just a little bit more, just so that it's a little bit thinner, because we're still going to put the tape on the edge of it. Now, as I'm evaluating, I am looking and I'm seeing which one I'm going to use, because I actually end up only using 3 decals this time. I cut the decal directly in half, as in somewhat of a hope to get the triangle for the middle finger and the thumb to be the same size, or generally the same size. And then I just put the decal on my finger and I just kind of estimate where I want it and what size I want it. And you'll see me kind of play around with cutting the decals out. I just try to find a size how I want it. You can pretty much do whatever you want. You can have it go all the way up, but you see I push it down a little bit because I wanted my triangle a little bit smaller. I didn't want it to go all the way up. You can make the triangle thinner and go closer to the free edge if you want as well. You can make it a half circle and you can do a circle as well. It's really whatever you want to do. And then I'm just clipping the edges to make it flow on my cuticle line, as you'll see, just a little bit better and not have as much hanging off closer to my skin. Now this one I fit for my thumb. I try to do just about the same thing, but I don't have to cut the tips off because my thumb was a little bit wider, so I don't have to cut and make it a little bit curved. I just kind of leave the edge straight, but I make it a little bit wonky to start off with, as you'll see. And I'm like, yeah, I definitely have to cut that a little bit different. So I ended up cutting that, getting that fitting perfect. And then what I do is I go ahead and I do the same thing with the index finger decal as I did with the pinky finger. And I just chop off a little bit on the free edge side just to make it a little bit easier for my decal application. And then that will set everything up. So I've got all my stuff cut out for y'all. I usually do this before I do any kind of video, but you see the excess? I mean, you can keep it and you can play with those at a later date if you want to have little pieces like a Mod Podge if you want. I sometimes do that if I need to fill in something or I want to use striping tape. Or I use a decal sometimes instead, but you can pretty much play around with this literally with any decal and any color striping tape. You can use gel polish, you can use dip powder, you can really use anything that you have to make this design work. I am just showing you one of the many ways that I get this situated. I'm just checking to see if I need to clip the sidewalls a little bit, but this ends up actually working. What else you're also going to need is a gel base, a gel top coat, and some kind of a sticky base, or you can use gel base. However you get your decals to adhere to your nail, you need that. And I got my handy dandy Glad bowl of water. This is like way full because I was testing out thermals before. You usually don't make my bowl this full because it is a catastrophe waiting to happen. But I'm gonna let you guys kind of watch this play out. I've got some notes that are in the bottom for some things that happen, but I'll let you guys kind of watch what I do because it's pretty self-explanatory now what I'm doing, because I kind of show you everything that I do. And with this first decal, I mess up and I don't like it. So watch what happens and I'll come back just a little bit later and catch up with you guys. I actually went ahead and top coated this as well so that I could go ahead and just finish off those 2 nails. That's what we're looking like, 2 nails in. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the thumb because it's a little bit easier, same technique. And then I'm going to do the pinky finger and let you guys watch that. And I do the index finger off camera. So you guys just go ahead and watch, and I will come back with my thoughts at the end for y'all. I went ahead and applied the pointer off camera, went ahead and washed my hands. All in all, not disappointed with how it turned out, but I definitely like the other one that I did better. Maybe it's the colors, maybe it's the way the gel polish went on. I'm not 100% sure, I can't put my finger on it, but you guys kind of see, you guys got a gist of what I did. You can literally do that with any water slide and striping tape, gel polish. I'm going to do something a little bit different on this hand, and I'm going to throw it in the next video. I decided that this video went kind of long, so I'm going to split it up. I'm going to do something kind of similar, but I'm going to spice it up a little bit and show y'all how we can have a little bit more fun in the next video. So I'm going to save that for this hand. I hope y'all will consider subscribing so you guys can get notified of my next upload. I hope y'all did enjoy this. If you guys do end up trying this, make sure you tag me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is in the description. I will also leave everything that I used in the description below. If you guys do end up trying this technique or trying this design itself, please tag me because I would love to see what y'all do. If you found this helpful, I hope you maybe share it with a friend. Maybe they'll find it helpful as well. Also, I am going to reward myself with a cookie. I hope y'all have a wonderful evening, and I will see y'all on the next one.